Replay with your host, Peter Donegan.
Well, a very good morning, everyone. I'd like to say good morning on this fairly bleak Sunday here in Melbourne, but not too much to smile about outside at the moment after some dreadful thunderstorms this morning, very early, and yesterday out at Flemington too. They had their fair share of rain later in the day, but it certainly didn't dampen the enthusiasm of the punters. And let's hope that today might fine up. We have a big day in sport coming up, of course, with World of Sport following World of Sport replay. And we'll be taking a look at yesterday's opening to the 1985 VFL season between Essendon and Hawthorn in that magnificent match out at VFL Park. And of course on World of Sport replay, taking a look at racing yesterday from Flemington, Duke of Norfolk Stakes Day, also the greyhound racing from this week and harness racing at the Valley last night. But before all that, let's see how the numbers fell in Tats Lotto last night here on 7. Draw number 383, $1.904 million in the Division 1 prize pool. And the numbers you required were 1, 17, 34, 37, 39 and 40, with the supplementary number being 36. In Super 66 last night, you needed this combination: 2, 6, 5, 2, 4 and 0. Tats Lotto and Super 66 has drawn here on 7 last night. We'll take a break and return with racing from Flemington on Duke of Norfolk Stakes Day after this break. On paper, it didn't appear to be the best of days for the punters, with only one favourite and one equal favourite successful, but the good thing is that none of the winners were over 7-1 on the 8-race program. And let's pick up the action with the Noble Law Steeplechase, the first race on the card, and here the favourite was Stop and Think. Here's the accurate one, Bill Collins.
Away they go, and one of the last to get going was Stop and Think. It plodded off on the wrong leg, and it's last. When they go to the first obstacle now, and What's Wanted, who's in a lather of sweat on the outside, was the leader with Lord Shiner, who made a beautiful leap on the inside from Gentle Claude and Region. Mr. Soteria out very wide, Wainui poking up on the fence, and so too is Stop and Think. He's got right up on the rails to almost join the leaders. Over the second jump now, and What's Wanted a length in front of Lord Shiner. Stop and Think the rails out very wide, Mr. Soteria, Wainui. Region is in the centre, the grey being given a good look at his fences and jumping well, and then Gentle Claude, Arcolette and King's Domain 4 away last. Coming to the next in the straight, and What's Wanted, who's almost white with a muck lather of sweat, and he went right through that and was passed by Stop and Think on the rails and Mr. Soteria out wide as they go to the next one. They all followed a length and a half. Wainui dropping in on the fence from Lord Shiner. Region next 3 deep on the outside, and 4 lengths to Gentle Claude, Arcolette and 6 to King's Domain. Mr. Soteria had taken the lead over the last in the straight, led by 2 lengths cross to the rails from What's Wanted up second again, a length and a half Stop and Think the fence. 3 parts to Lord Shiner, and then Wainui, a length and a half to Region, Arcolette and Gentle Claude, and about 6 lengths to King's Domain. 4 along the Maribyrnong side at the 2000, and Mr. Soteria jumped it well. What's Wanted crashed through it again. Stop and Think went up second, and Wainui pushing through in the centre. Then 2 lengths further back came Lord Shiner, a half to Region. Then 2 lengths to Arcolette, who hooked it badly. There followed by Gentle Claude, and King's Domain tailed off. At the 1700, third of the Maribyrnong, Mr. Soteria about a length to Stop and Think, but he dipped at it. 1 to Wainui. 2 lengths to Region, who's moved up to fourth from What's Wanted. Then a length further back, Lord Shiner to the last of the Maribyrnong fences. A length and a half, Arcolette and Gentle Claude, and 6 to King's Domain. About to head out over the course proper to the Abattoirs treble, and Mr. Soteria a half length to Stop and Think. 1 to Wainui with the run of the race. Region's going well, 2 lengths away, and a length and a half Lord Shiner. What's Wanted losing ground as Gentle Claude pulls out 3 deep and makes his claim. 2 lengths to Arcolette and Forget King's Domain. First of the Abattoirs treble, Stop and Think jumped much better, landed a length in front of Mr. Soteria, and Wainui immediately went up on the outside to go out after the leader. 3 to Region, who didn't handle that one well. Gentle Claude putting in a good run at the last of the Abattoirs. They're followed by Lord Shiner, who pecked at it. A long gap, What's Wanted, Arcolette. It's dropped right out of it, and last King's Domain. They've got 1100 to go now, and Wainui, the outside, is tackling Stop and Think and has got his head in front. Coming down to this double near the 900, Wainui about a half length in front of Stop and Think. 2 to Gentle Claude's gone up third, a length and a half Region. Here's the second of the double. Then Mr. Soteria, and behind it now Lord Shiner. The others are gone. Wainui jumped badly. Stop and Think again took the lead at the 700. A neck to Wainui, 4 lengths to Gentle Claude, 1 to Region as they come to the second last, 2 to Lord Shiner. Over the second last, Stop and Think landed a half length to Wainui. They're both under great pressure. 4 lengths to Gentle Claude, and then a length to Region from Lord Shiner. Stop and Think got away from Wainui. With one to jump now, he's about 2 lengths in front of Wainui. The grey Region putting in its claim, and Lord Shiner running on. Gentle Claude's run its race. Stop and Think 2 in front at the last. Jumped it well from Wainui, a length away Region, and then Lord Shiner. He's the one running on well from Gentle Claude, and down came Mr. Soteria. Stop and Think under the whips, holding them at the 200. He's 2 lengths in front of Region, Wainui and Lord Shiner. Stop and Think's going to win the race. He's hanging on. Region's running on well. A good pipe opener this for the New Zealander. He's flying, as a matter of fact. Stop and Think's walking. He might get him. He will. Yes, I think he's got up Region. A nose to Stop and Think, a fantastic burst. Wainui, Lord Shiner together next, about 15 lengths Gentle Claude. 200 metres away then Arcolette and What's Wanted, and King's Domain's pulled up, and Mr. Soteria fell and I think has badly damaged himself.
Yes, a short half head the winning margin in favour of Region, getting up in the very last bound at 6-1 despite jumping raggedly in the middle stages. Stop and Think looked to have the chocolates at the 200, 7-4 favourite, and Wainui third at 11-2. In the Witty Handicap, the second race over 2,000 metres, equal favourites here at 9-2 were Our Sophia and French Twist.
Racing, Patent missed it out wide, and so did Lady Sophia. And one of the first out was Hello Mary Lou, going quickly. Jungle Walker and Irene of Denmark, and Lady Bruin driving through towards the lead. Then Lady Padroog and Elsie Who from Call Me Judy, French Twist, No Confusion. Then came back behind them is Hepburn. Going through is All Flower in the centre, a length to Our Sophia, moving up on the outside of Reno's Best, and then Iridescence, Tristina near the rear with Patent, and last Rapacious Lady. At the 1600, and the leader now Irene of Denmark, about a length and a half clear of Lady Bruin, going up on the outside of Hello Mary Lou. 2 lengths to French Twist, who's got into 4th placing, and then 2.5 lengths to Jungle Walker. They've gone hard. Next is Lady Padroog in the centre from Call Me Judy, and on the outside is No Confusion. 1.5 to Elsie Who, All Flower making a bit of ground, and they're followed by Hepburn the Rails. Our Sophia moving forward, but trapped 3 deep from Reno's Best, and then Iridescence followed by Tristina. Patent back second last, and last Rapacious Lady. The pace slackens off and they bunch up going to the 1100, where the leader still is Irene of Denmark, with No Confusion continuing that 3 wide run to go up second. Half a length to Lady Bruin, a length and a half further back then All Flower. French Twist in the centre, travelling well. On the rails, Hello Mary Lou's had a good run, and a length and a half to Lady Padroog. They were followed then by Jungle Walker, the rails from Our Sophia out very deep. Back behind those horses then is being hard-ridden Call Me Judy, and then Reno's Best. On the turn, and No Confusion out very wide. All Flower moving up also with Irene of Denmark, Lady Bruin, Hello Mary Lou and French Twist both looking for runs. They were followed down the outside, Lady Padroog out very wide, Iridescence, and here's Our Sophia, although it's been wide, looks to be cantering with 300 to go, and Our Sophia swept up on the outside to take the lead, and Rapacious Lady coming from last is going to be the danger, and French Twist now getting out, but Our Sophia's stolen a break. It's raced away, 2 lengths in front, 100 to go. In fact, it's going to walk in. And down to the line, Our Sophia wins 2.5 lengths, Rapacious Lady, French Twist third, 4th Iridescence, then All Flower from Call Me Judy, Hepburn, Hello Mary Lou failed to run the journey from Lady Padroog. Tristina didn't give a yelp. Next followed then by Irene of Denmark, Lady Bruin, Reno's Best, a long gap to Jungle Walker, No Confusion, Elsie Who, and last is Patent.
The equal favourite Our Sophia successful at 9-2. Rapacious Lady an excellent effort second after being checked and last early, and running home to get second at 20-1. French Twist third, the 9-2 equal favourite. The Robertson Handicap event 3 over 1,000 metres, and a huge plunge landed here when Peaceful Bay was back from 7-2 into 7-4 favourite.
Well-behaved lot, ready to go. Racing, Pugnose jumped up in the air, lost a couple of lengths again, and Peaceful Bay was the first out. Bit of Grace away well, and Pride of Goodwood going fast. Pugnose booted up's gone up into about 4th or 5th place when they settle down as Pride of Goodwood heads them off. They were followed further behind them by Torval on the outside of Natural Blue, and then came Apple Valley. Good Luck Lady is well back in the field with Regal Ramble and Rolanda and Ventra. Pugnose continued its run on the fence and went up the join. Pride of Goodwood with Peaceful Bay now moving up to make a line of 3. A length and a half, Bit of Grace, and then on the outside, Natural Blue, Torville wider out, and Apple Valley. At the 300, Pugnose and Peaceful Bay together. A length and a half, Apple Valley, Bit of Grace under the whip, and they were followed then by one coming home pretty well is Valandra. Peaceful Bay got the better of Pugnose. Apple Valley got on their heels and got checked, and Peaceful Bay shot clear. Apple Valley's out now, coming fast, but I think Peaceful Bay's got away too well. It has, and Peaceful Bay's won at a length to Apple Valley. Third placing will go to Rolanda, was a real good run. Then Torville, followed by Pugnose, Bit of Grace, Long Gap, Natural Blue, then Good Luck Lady, Regal Ramble, Ventra, and last of all, Pride of Goodwood.
Excellent efforts handed in by the 3 place getters in the third race on the card. We might just check the result of race number 3, where Peaceful Bay was the winner. There it is at 7-4 favourites, second Apple Valley at 14-1, and third placing to Rolanda at 100-1. In the Bradfield handicap, first leg of the quaddie, 2,000 metres the journey, Followed the Light, the favourite at 7-4.
Racing now, they've jumped in a beautiful line. First out, Cynical on the inside, getting away well. Janot with Pochinella, and wider out on the track now. Let's see, coming up quickly is Playful Monarch towards the leaders, and Glen Creston Follow the Light away well, followed by Fortifier, Afghan's Idol. Then Well Travel, Bandy Legs and Cadelia, and back towards the rear is Game Trooper and Mildy just in front of it. When they settle down at the 1600 and Follow the Light, Young Hutchie's taken it to the lead and led by 2.5 lengths also to Cynical. A length away, Genoa half, Playful Monarch, 1 Pochinella, Glen Crest. Then Afghan's Idol on the rails, Fortifier. A couple of lengths further back, Prime Consul and Well Travel. And they're going quickly. 2 lengths further back, Bandy Legs, Cordelia, Mildy, and about 2 or 3 lengths away and last placing at this stage is Game Trooper. Going towards the 1300 and the leader Follow the Light, a length and a half Cynical, a good 2 lengths to Genoa, half Playful Monarch, more than 2 lengths to Glen Crest, a half Pochinella tucked in on the fence, 1 to Fortifier, a length and a half Afghan's Idol, 2 to Bandy Legs commencing a long run round the outside from Hard Ridden, Well Travelled, and then came at the head of the others Prime Consul, about 4 lengths to Mildy, Cordelia, and last of all in the field and under the whip at this stage, Game Trooper. Past the 800 and Follow the Light, Daring Tactics by Hutchinson, 2 lengths in front still from Cynical, Hard Ridden, a length and a half, Playful Monarch to the outside of Genoa. Here's Pochinella coming off the rails, 3 deep too, he must be going all right. Afghan's Idol pulling out to follow it, and they're followed by Bandy Legs. Into the straight, Follow the Light, a length and a half clear of Playful Monarch, but Pochinella's swooping on them now, and Afghan's Idol coming with a big run. Pochinella raced up to Follow the Light at the 400, 2 lengths to Afghan's Idol, the others struggling, headed by Bandy Legs. Follow the Light's rider Hutchinson went for the whip. Afghan's Idol looks the one, coming at it with Pochinella, and Afghan's Idol raced to the lead with 150 to go. Drew away from Follow the Light, and then Pochinella and a long gap to Bandy Legs, but Afghan's Idol's going on to win it well. Scores by about a length and a half to Follow the Light. Pochinella falling in a hole, just got third in front of Bandy Legs, 5 lengths to Genoa. Then Cordelia ran on from Playful Monarch, knocked up badly today, Prime Consul, Fortifier. They were followed further back in the field then by Cynical, Well Travel, Game Trooper and Glen Crest, and 100 yards away last is Mildy.
Greg Hall riding in great form at the moment. Afghan's Idol 11-2 coming with a well-timed run to beat Follow the Light's 7-4 favourite and Pochinella third at 11-2. In the first leg of the double, race 5, the Gold Stakes handicap, Pride of Kalina the favourite at 3-1.
Racing. The Incisor a fraction slow with Stevens Mate and Folkveld, and first out was Mozzie Bite with Pride of Kalina, and close conflict away well from Sports Ruler. Then Base Fee, and then on the inside Prince Spy, and it was followed then a length further back Venganza and Bogan Lord. Next is Folkveld, and then the Incisor Stevens Mate. Rublar getting right out of it with Dash Away and Plush Princess. Pride of Kalina in front at the 1,000, a length to Base Fee, 1 to Close Conflict in the box seat on the rails, Bogan Lord 3 deep, 1 to Sports Ruler. Then Venganza, Prince Spy a length back on the rails, and it was followed then by Mozzie Bite. They were followed by Gold Omen at the head of the others from Stevens Mate, the Incisor, and then came Folkveld. Plush Princess near the rear and wide from Dash Away, and last is Rublar. On the turn 600 out, Pride of Kalina are going well. About a neck to Base Fee, 3 deep on the outside is Bogan Lord. Sports Ruler and Close Conflict both looking for the run, and Prince Spy's buried behind them from Venganza and Stevens Mate. Pride of Kalina kicked a length and a half at the 400 from Base Fee under pressure. Close Conflict and Sports Ruler both trying to get out. Prince Spy's in trouble, and then came at the head of the others, Venganza and Stevens Mate. It's Pride of Kalina in front, Base Fee trying to wear it down, but can't make up the ground at the moment from Stevens Mate out wide, finishing finishing well. Base Fee gradually getting to Pride of Kalina near the line. Pride of Kalina ahead in front, but Base Fee will get it. And Base Fee, the weight specialist, won at an nectar. Pride of Kalina. Third, Stevens' Mate. Fourth, Prince Spy. No luck, didn't get a run. Then Close Conflict, Bogan Lord, followed by Dash Away, the Incisive, Mozzie Bite, Venganza, Rublar. Sports Ruler stopped to a walk, and Plush Princess, one of the last with Gold Omen, and back with it is Folk Belt.
She's pretty smart, Base Fee. 15-4. Pride of Kalina, the 3-1 favourite, and Stevens' Mate third at 33-1. In the Gibson Carmichael, race 6, Pam Field, the popular pick, at 5-2.
Lights on, away they go. They've jumped away in a pretty fair line. Normandy Bay was the best to get going from twirled on the inside. Pam Feel away well today, up about third, and Jackson Square out wide with Mrs. Mannering. No, he's eased back on Jackson Square now, and Golden Twig zooming round the outside. Golden Twig's going to lead, settles down now a length and a half in front, and he puts the brakes on a bit from twirled. Pam Feel up third, then Red Opaque and Normandy Bay together, a length Mrs. Mannering, and they were followed then on the inside by Rich Glory. Fairy Saint driving around that bunch, a length and a half, Bright Bar and Jackson Square, and going between those horses now with Jackson Square caught 3 deep at this stage. Dexterous at the 1,000, Golden Twig a half to Pamfield up second, and Fairy Saint moving up 3 deep. Twirled with the run of the race on the inside. Now he's let go, and Jackson Square run up about 4th or 5th, but pushed wide again as Normandy Bay comes out 4 wide. They were followed back behind them by Dexterous and a closely packed field, Rich Glory and Bright Bar. Only 5 lengths covered them coming to the 600. Golden Twig the leader, a half Pam Field, a half Normandy Bay 3 deep. Then Fairy Saint and Jackson Square on the outside of them looking for a split. And Rich Glory on the rails with Bright Bar, and Twirl bumps one out of the way there and out after the leaders. Golden Twig tackled by Pamfield and Normandy Bay. Here's Twirl coming up at them on the outside, and then came Red Opaque. Jackson Square's under the whip now. On the outside, Twirl is finishing too well and took the lead at the 200. Jackson Square can't go on, and Twirl drew away from Normandy Bay, Golden Twig, and Pamfield got a squeeze, but Twirl's coming away to win it well in the run home. Beautiful ride, Mick Gorham, and Twirl wins 2 lengths to Normandy Bay. Third placing Golden Twig from Bright Bar, and then Jackson Square. Pamfield was next, and then came Rich Glory, Red Opaque, further back Dexterous, well back Mrs. Mannering, and last home Fairy Saint.
Well, Twirl coming with a very well-timed run at 4-1 and completing a winning double for Mickey Gorham at 4s. Normandy Bay at 11-2, Golden Twig 8-1. Pamfield, the favourite unplaced, was squeezed up near the 200 at 5-2. In the Duke of Norfolk, after the rains came, 3,200 metres the journey, and it probably seemed like further. Lou was the favourite at 3-1.
And away they go. Lloyd's races away well over on the inside with Woking, who got away nicely to Jour Mio. Then Manship a little wider out, rejects up with them early, and so too is the Grey Perlec. My Dulcinea seemed to get away quite well, and back towards the rear Secret Diamond and Cromarty Bay last in the driving rain as they head down towards the course proper. Well back also Desperate Sweep. Now it's Flying Socks has got to the lead from My Dulcinea down by the 400 the first time. Woking third from Perlec, Sleepy Jim, Reject over on the outside, Lloyd's Race, and then Lou. Linked to Toujours Mio in that bunch of horses at this stage, and they were followed then by Fancy Filly. Secret Diamond out very wide is improving. Desperate Sweeps well back in the field with Cromarty Bay. Manship's gone back to about third last. Back with it is Seltred, and last of all now is Salmanor. At the judge, a lap to go, and Sleepy Jim worked across to the rails to lead from Reject, now going up on its outside, and Dulcinea settles in third. Fourth, Flying Socks, followed by Perlec. Secret Diamond out very wide next from Woking the rails, and then Lou. They're followed by Fancy Filly, Toujours Mio, a length Cromarty Bay, Manship. Then came Desperate Sweep, Seltred, and Salmanor. 2,000 out as they plough through the rain, and the leader Sleepy Jim, 1.5 Reject, 3 parts My Dulcinea in on the rails, and a length Flying Socks. 1 to Perlec and Woking together. A length for the back is Lloyd's Race, Secret Diamond in No Man's Land, Cromarty Bay in the centre. 1 to Lou and Fancy Filly, a length and a half to Jour Mio, Desperate Sweep, and then Seltred, Manship, and Salmanor last. At the 1,600, Sleepy Jim, given a bit more rein, led about 3 lengths to Reject, who's inclined to pull. A half My Dulcinea in the box seat and a length and a half then to Flying Socks. Secret Diamond still 3 deep, still making ground from Woking. And then came Cromarty Bay also out wide. It was followed by Lloyd's Race and Perlek. Then Lou on the fence, and they've packed up a length to Fancy Filly. Next, Desperate Sweep, hard ridden from Toujours Mio, well back with Seltred, and Manship and Salmanor the last 2. As they went to the 1200, Sleepy Jim a length in front of Reject and 1 on the outside, Cromarty Bay. A length My Dulcinea 4th and a half to Flying Socks. 2 lengths further back, then Perlek, and then Desperate Sweep going around them. Woking, I think it's next, and then Lou. And they're getting mud spattered now with Toujours Mio at the head of the others. Down past the 800, Sleepy Jim just in front of Cromarty Bay on the outside and Reject tackling it. Then I think it's Flying Socks going around them. My Dulcinea struggling there now on the rails. And then Perlek around the outside of them. Lou trying to get off the fence near the turn. Entering the straight now, and a good battle for the lead here. Saw Reject quickly head Sleepy Jim off. And on the outside is Desperate Sweep with those horses. Flying Socks, I think it could be still there. And over on the outside, Toujours Mio with a big run, swamped them in a stride. Toujours Mio swept to the lead in a few strides now. Lloyd's Race is out after it. He's the danger, the Tasmanian. Toujours Mio 2 in front. Lloyd's Race coming after him on the outside. It's Toujours Mio a length in front. Lloyd's Race trying to peg him back with 100 to go. Oh, he's hung in, ducked in behind him. And Toujours Mio under the whip's going to struggle home and win in the mud. From Lloyd's Race, let's see Lou's flashing home on the outside. But Toujours Mio's won it. Second placing to Lloyd's Race. Third, maybe Lou from Desperate Sweep, and then Woking, Flying Socks. Next, Fancy Filly, Secret Diamond. Then Sleepy Jim, Reject at the head of the others, followed by Perlek, My Dulcinea, Cromarty Bay, Seltred, Manship, and Salmanor was last to finish.
Well, watching that race, it brought back memories of the 1976 Melbourne Cup and a race caller's nightmare. Well done by Bill Collins. Toujours Mio 5 to 1, Lloyd's Race 16 to 1, and Lou running on to get third at 3 to 1 favourite. The last race, the McDougall Handicap, over 1,200 metres, and here's Slick Draw and Banker's Choice were the equal favourites at 9 to 2.
They stand, away they go. Banker's Choice began okay out in the centre. Monarch Star began very quickly and was a clear leader on the flat side. Fearless Desire away well. Fiedja Star running all over the track behind them. And Slick Draws up with the leading Division 2 when they settle down into stride, with Banker's Choice going up there and Bellado Boy. By Rain out in the centre of the track, showing plenty of speed, with Taxall and Night of Avon back behind them at this stage. And they were followed then by another Banjo and Zephyr Zane the outside. Fearless Desire led at the 600 with Slick Draw. A length to Monarch Star and Banker's Choice, and Bellado Boy going up behind those horses. They're followed by Rain the outside, and Greek Note and Taxall making play wide out on the track with another Banjo, and also out there Night of Avon starting to run on with Zephyr Zane. Monarch Star tackling Slick Draw, 400 to go from Banker's Choice, who's under the whip. Viva Vane and Zephyr Zane both coming into it now. But Slick Draw's got the upper hand. Monarch Star can't go on with it. Here comes down the outside Zephyr Zane and Viva Vane. It's Slick Draw in front. Zephyr Zane under the whip, pegging it back. Then Viva Vane and Monarch Star as they near the line. Slick Draw just in front, hanging out. Zephyr Zane grabs it. Zephyr Zane's won it very narrowly from Slick Draw, and Viva Vane has run third. Quintol got up on the inside for fourth from Monarch Star, Banker's Choice. They're followed by Cambridge Boy at the head of the others. Next is Night of Avon and Greek Note, another Banjo. Behind those horses then would be, let's see, Bellado Boy, Fiedja Star well back in the field, and Ty Moran and Multer and Taxall among the last to finish.
Yes, well, it's something you don't see very often in the straight six races at Flemington. Half the field coming down the middle of the track, not going to the outside rail, and Harry White obviously did his homework on the way to the barrier. That was the better going. Zephyr Zane at 7 to 1, defeating the 9 to 2 equal favourite Slick Draw. Viva Vane third at 7 to 1, Banker's Choice the unplaced equal favourite. A look at the doubles yesterday from Flemington. The extra 5 and 3, $21.70. The daily double 6 and 2, $13.35. And the quadrella 3, 6, double 2 paid $461.30. The big meeting in Sydney, we'll be taking a look at that in World of Sport. Extra double 4 and 14, $15.20. The daily double 3 and 14 paid $16.40. In Adelaide, the extra 3 and 4, $4.65. The daily double 6 and 3, $23.20. And the provincial meeting at Mornington, 2 and 7, the extra double, $46.85. The daily double, 4 and 14, $112.40. And the quadrella, if you're waiting on that, from Mornington, 4, 2, 5 and 7, it paid $875.20. And that was the story of Duke of Norfolk Stakes Day yesterday at Flemington. Back with greyhound racing in just a moment.